I have no idea how to start YouTube videos. I need to just accept that. Hello. There is a really annoying buzzing sound going on. You probably can't hear it, but it's really annoying to me. I'm here with my cat. She has a name, but I will not tell it to you. I don't know why. I just have arbitrary boundaries for the internet. I haven't made a video in a while. Just wanted to make like a life update kind of video because I find that kind of video interesting on YouTube, and I just feel like random weird stuff is happening in my life right now, and might as well, you know? I think that kind of YouTube video is valuable. Here's what my life is like. Sharing my experience. Anyway. Recently, I've really just been staying home, not doing much stuff. No, what? I can't. Okay. I have this issue where when I am taking time for myself or doing stuff that is creative but not necessarily productive, or reflecting on life or whatever, I am like, oh, not much, like like I'm not doing much. But like that's literally something I just have. Like, I think a lot of people have this in America, or if I am not doing something that is like immediately productive, then I don't see what I'm doing as having value. But like, I'm listening to audiobooks, that's valuable to me. I love putting knowledge in my brain. I have been playing guitar, not so much in the past few days, but a lot recently. Like, I've got the calluses back. I go through phases of playing guitar where it's like once every, what am I saying? Once? No. I'll play guitar a lot for like maybe a month to 3 months, and then I'll drop it for a while and then pick it back up after like 3 to 6 months. But maybe this time it'll last. Who knows? Yeah, but yeah, I cycle through different creative stuff. But I have been writing music. I've written like 3 songs, like 2 to 3 songs, basically 3, which I had never done before like this year, like 2026. I thought that I couldn't, or I thought that I couldn't make up melodies, or I thought that I wasn't good at the kind of poetry that has more of a structure and form, but that's not true either. I majored in creative writing, poetry, and I strongly favored writing poems that did not have a strict like form. Often I would not have like stanzas, or like the verses wouldn't be the same length or whatever. I didn't really fuck with rhyme, and I'm realizing now that like I can do that stuff, and when it comes to songs, I want it to have that level of structure, because I think that one of the things that's valuable about songs is that they are structured in a way that is like easy to remember. You know, it can stick in your head. I think because it's easy to repeat and remember, it allows you to think about these concepts much longer, and it makes those concepts stick because you put them in music. They kind of like crystallize a thought. So anyway, I think that I want to build that skill of songwriting. I am thinking about the concept of effectiveness because I have been listening to Hank Green's audiobook, A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor, which is the second book in the Carl's series, or duology, I guess is what it's called when there's 2 books. In my opinion, so much better than the first one. The first one was great, but wow, the second one is, whoa. I'm not going to get into like summarizing it, but I do want to read this quote that I wrote down. There are like vague spoilers, but this is not like talking directly about the plot of the book. This is like the main character's thoughts on like life philosophy. One of the main characters, the person who was also the main character of the first book, whose name is April May. It's a kind of long quote, but I'm going to read the whole thing. I think it's worth it. I think that happiness is very important, but I will also say that the most effective people I know are not the happiest. And there's something to be said for effectiveness. Even if we were managing a team of nearly 100,000 volunteer social media users, living with my girlfriend and my monkey, watching Netflix, having breakfast, and taking care of a single lovingly spoiled potato plant was pretty fucking relaxing. But I think there's something inside of us, something at the seed level, something that blooms in us in adolescence and never leaves, and it's just want. Some people have more of it than others, but I think we all have it. And the most amazing tool I think anyone in the world can have is the ability to control and direct that want. Some people work to minimize it with mindfulness and meditation. Some people let it grow and run free and take over their lives. But some people, and I consider myself one of them, study their want, refine it, and build an engine that burns it. Even if their want pushes all in one direction, they can tack against it like a sailboat, getting somewhere better than where they wanted to be. I know my want. I know that big well inside of me is never going to get filled. I know that life is not about actually satisfying the want. It's about using it. In that moment, all of my wants were pushing me to Valverde. I wanted to make Maya proud of me. I wanted to be important. I wanted all of this to be worth something. I wanted to save the world. And I wanted to have saved the world. I wanted to find some end to all of this. And I wanted life to be normal again. Maybe if we could take down Altus, we could have all of that. People would remain free to continue the beautifully stupid endeavor of humanity. And I would just be a person again. Well, maybe not just a person, but close enough anyway. The point is, if you want to be happy, let go of your wants. If you want to be effective, harness them. I think either strategy is okay, but I've made my choice. Sorry, Mom. Yeah, that quote's crazy. I had never really thought about it like that, but at the same time, it's like exactly the kind of thought that I'm having all the time. Because I'm a person who I think has a lot of want. I want a lot of things really, really badly. But I don't really just go straight towards them. I really try to be effective, I guess. I feel like I'm pretty familiar with the things that I want the most. And I do kind of use that as fuel to get myself to do things that I think are important. There's a baby crying outside. I think that part of this, though, stumps me, or I get stuck or something, because it talks about wanting to be happy. And then if you want to be happy, let go of your want. But then if you let go of your want, is it sort of just like you are happy, but you don't have the desire to be happy anymore? I don't really understand that. I feel like this summer, which is not really where I'm at anymore, but I was really feeling like I wanted to be the type of person that lets my want grow and run free and take over my life. And I think that was because I repressed the want for so long. And then suddenly I was like, this needs to be listened to. But even when I was repressing my want, I was using it to be effective. I guess, I can harness my want to get myself to a place where I can feel like I can let go of that want. I guess that's still harnessing it in a way. But I also sort of feel like, who would I be without it? I don't want to let it go. So yeah, this is just a lot to think about. And I didn't mean to get into all of that, right away, because this is still sort of the beginning of my video, but yeah, so I've been listening to Hank Green's audiobooks. I recommend. I've just been working, I've been staying home, not being super social, reading fan fiction, reading Byler fan fiction, for real. If we're being real, that's one of the things I've been doing. That shit it really hits sometimes. I don't know what to say. Some ships just are better. There's something about the dynamic of those characters. Part of it's for sure the yearning. The yearning goes crazy. I feel like there's a whole world that I haven't really gotten into yet. I've just read a few that have been really good. This one that I read was they're in college and they're going to a Halloween party. I can why not? Link the fanfics in the description. It's a really fascinating dynamic. I think especially just Mike is fascinating, as a character. Him being queer but so repressed. going back to wanting things that he feels like he shouldn't want, or wanting things but being unable to let himself see what that means about himself. Yeah. Wanting things but also being afraid of that desire. It's a delicious, dense pastry of yearning. What else have I been up to? Oh, it's been really, really snowy. We got like a huge snowstorm like so long ago at this point. Like, it's been almost 2 weeks since we got this huge snowstorm. It was like 8 inches, maybe 10 inches, and we don't get a lot of snow here. We get snow pretty much every winter, but like not in large quantities, and usually it's not below freezing for prolonged stretches of time here, and it has been recently. It hasn't gone above freezing for like at least 2 weeks. So we just have like giant piles of snow everywhere. It took me so long to dig out my car. Normal snow stuff, but we're just not used to it here, and the city's not used to it, and like shit was closed down for like a week. It's still everywhere outside, like salt and snow and like dirty piles of snow. Like some parking spots are just like full of snow instead of cars. Some parking spots are inaccessible because there's just like a giant like barrier of snow between the parking spot and the road from like plowing. So it's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. There's some cars that just like can't get out. So that's been going on. It affects life a lot. Like, I work outside, so I've been juggling like all this just like unpredictability and like changes to my schedule because of that. I just feel like the last like few days have also been like super weird for me. My mom came to town for a bit, and I don't see her that often, and that was just different than usual. And then that night I could not sleep. I usually like sleep really well. Not to brag, but usually I just kind of like fall asleep and it's fine. And honestly, like whenever I don't sleep, like it really fucks me up. So I really feel for people that like have chronic insomnia. Like, that shit sucks. Because even going without sleep for one night, it's just like, you're fucked. I mean, for me personally. So yeah, I couldn't fall asleep like almost the whole night on Tuesday night. And then on Wednesday, I had work and whatever, therapy, and I was super tired, obviously, the whole time. And then I helped move my friend's cat. So my friend doesn't have heating right now in her apartment building. She's staying in a hotel. And I helped her move her cat to the hotel. Normal stuff that you do. But when I was at the hotel, I almost went home after like 20 minutes because I parked in like a 20-minute loading zone. But I ended up just moving my car and going back in because I hadn't seen her in a while and I wanted to hang out. And also my other friend had left some pizza in the fridge, so I can have that for dinner. So I was going back and like I hung out with her and like ate the pizza and whatever. But then while I was there was this alarm that went off in the room, and it was crazy. It was like, I'll put a clip. I took a video.
Attention, please. An emergency has been reported in this building. While this report is being verified, please stand by for further instructions.
They were saying there was an emergency and that we would like be updated when it was safe to like use the elevators again. So I was like, okay, well, I wasn't gonna sleep here, but like maybe I guess I might. We just were like waiting to hear an update about the emergency. Eventually I was like, well, I guess I have to stay here, like, and we were both looking stuff up online. Well, more my friend than me, but like she was looking online and like couldn't find anything about the emergency. She was commenting on this when she was doing it. She was like whenever there's like an issue or something that comes up that's like unpredictable or weird, she wants to be able to look it up online and find information or find what other people are saying about it just for like context. And she was just observing that it was interesting that was her instinct during this like hotel emergency situation. So eventually, yeah, I mean, I just stayed the night. I didn't have my meds. I didn't have a toothbrush. Pajamas. I just slept in my clothes. Yeah, I just like went to sleep. I think that I was able to sleep fine because I was so exhausted from not having slept the previous day. And I remember saying to my friend that everything was kind of like stable before, and then suddenly like on Wednesday, or maybe like when I didn't get enough sleep or something, like everything just is like so unpredictable and weird. And she was like relating to that because like she's staying in this hotel instead of her house, instead of her apartment, even though like we're in the same city. It's so weird to stay in a hotel in the city that you live in. This is like a hotel that's like a 15-minute walk from my house, so that's weird. It's just like so random to be there. I woke up there, I ate the continental breakfast. Some of my friends showed up. They just like woke up, and since our friend is staying in the hotel, they've been going there for breakfast. And so like they didn't even tell us. So I'm like go down to the lobby to eat breakfast, and like our friends are just like randomly also there eating breakfast. Like it just, so many bizarre things are happening, or I just keep finding myself in so many weird situations where I'm like, oh, I guess I'm just like eating ice cream on the stairs. I guess I'm having this pizza for dinner that like I didn't even know about, and now I'm just like heating it up on the tiny plates that the hotel has. That's what I'm doing now, I guess. Like, oh, now I'm in 7-Eleven. Oh, I'm trying to like find the blue Gatorade. Like sometimes you're just doing things. You're just in a situation. I also bought cigarettes for the first time because I'm not a smoker, but somebody that was outside the hotel asked me to get them cigarettes, so I was like, sure. And I'd never done that before. Like I'm just like randomly in all of these situations. So anyway, life just is super weird right now. Whenever I'm outside, I just have to like scramble over like giant piles of snow to like get across the street. I randomly didn't sleep at home last night. Like that's so unusual for me. I had to like I was like falling asleep, like texting my housemates, can someone feed my cat? I'm like stuck at the hotel. And then I forgot to say this. I go down to breakfast this morning. I can't believe it was this morning. It's been such a long day. It hasn't even really been that long of a day. I just took a nap today, so it feels like a long time ago. But I go down to the lobby for breakfast, and there's someone at the front desk, and I'm like, oh, are there any updates about the emergency? And she's like, oh, there was no emergency. I was like, what? And it turns out that someone had just like pulled the alarm. She's like, yeah, I guess someone pulled the fire alarm, but yeah, there was no emergency last night. Like, it would have been nice to be updated about that after, like, they put this scary alarm, and it's like flashing lights, loud sounds. They're telling you not to leave. I think they should have followed up and been like, actually, everything's fine. I wasn't even that pissed because I was just like, this might as well be happening to me right now. Whatever. But like, yeah, that's my life update, I guess. I have so many YouTube videos in the works. I did a guitar cover of a Townes Van Zandt song, To Live Is to Fly. I'm basically done editing that. In a different video that I made recently, Spirals, I ended it with a cover of a song, and I also put like clips over it of stuff that I took videos of. I don't know. I wanted to do that with this cover of the Townes Van Zandt song, but I'm not satisfied with it. There are just some parts that just feel a little weird. So I want to tweak it a little bit. I took some more videos today that I want to like add instead and like replace other things with. So I have a little bit to work on with that, but that's fine. I'm going to do that. And then I'm also still making a vlog about my trip to the Southwest. That was like literally so long ago at this point. And I'm busy this weekend. I'm doing a lot of social stuff and work stuff. So it's just so frustrating that things take so much time, and that I can't finish and accomplish everything in one day. But, you know, whatever. I will hopefully post at least the To Live Is to Fly cover soon. Yeah, I still love YouTube. I love doing the YouTube. But life update, that's what's going on with me. I'm getting tired of talking, so I'm going to stop now. Hope everyone that watches this is having a great time and day. Goodbye.